Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our Jurassic World Evolution 2 horror game park build thingamajiggy. In the last video we worked on our lagoon build, our Leopleurodon lagoon, which has had a little bit of an accident. It's flooded, it's cracked, water is spilling out. Yes, I did not fix the Momenchisaurus, leave me alone. In the last video I talked about how it was looking a little bit empty, a little bit drab. I needed some more stuff. We were going to do an exhibit over here on the right hand side. I kind of decided against that, but I did fill the location with much that's floating so obviously, but I put in a lot more stuff basically just to really amp up that feeling of it being a power station. You know, there's this smoke and there's crackling sparks everywhere, stuff like that. Just really wanted more things to kind of round out the area a little bit more, because this would have been a backstage staging area. There would be stuff going on, and then they've crammed everything in there, as we all want to do, to fix the hole. Now, Galmozzu, sounds Italian. Galmozzu, sorry. It sounds Italian but also demonic at the same time. But they straddled that line quite well. Came up with a brilliant suggestion, which I haven't tried yet. We're going to give this a go. Also, I love, by the way, the caustics here in the water. I've talked about those a lot, but they are beautiful. What we can maybe do is hide a fountain inside a location over here to kind of make it look like there's a leak. Now the problem is all the leaks are a little bit like we can do. I mean, that looks pretty good. It's not. What I really want is to be able to rotate it and put cracks in and stuff like that. But that's actually pretty sweet. I think we'll stick with the little mess around here. Obviously, the trick is to try to get it in without showing. Well, hopefully without showing the actual fountain or anything. So we just kind of want to. I'm going to put some more boxes in if need be. It's actually just a really good idea. I'm very proud of you, Ben. Also, so there you go. Yeah, I mean, it actually looks pretty good. And weirdly enough, even though it is coming upwards, the water's going, right, because. Especially here, where the shape of the lagoon itself blocks off the bottom part of the stream, it kind of looks like it's, you know what I mean? Okay, I've missed with that second one. I just realised. Let's just move that one along. Nope, wrong one. That one. That one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's try that again. You're gonna see a little bit, but that's okay. You know what? It's never going to be perfect, but you know, it's a really good idea. I'm really impressed. I did go with the damage tool and sort of break everything. Unfortunately, can't break everything. I can't break this little doohickey, for example. This is already. You know what? That looks really good. I did not mean to do that at all, but it looks great. I love that you can see it looks like it's burst through the wall. I don't know why that would ever be the case, but it looks awesome. So we're going to stick with that. Break that fence a little bit as well. I'm going to get rid of those boxes. Are going to make me sad forever. Those boxes have to go. Okay, so that is it for finishing off the lagoon. We're going to work on... I didn't get your name. I'm so sorry about this. I will check for the next video. But someone came up with a really cool idea wherein maybe you're going through another backstage area and the path is a little bit blocked off. So you have to go out and into the wilds a little bit. And you're walking along through the forest and it seems okay. And then you turn around a corner or something and there's like a viewing gallery in your face, but it's facing you. So then you're like, oh no. So I think we're going to do, I said I wanted to do a raptor habitat. So I think that's what we're going to do. Sorry, that's my thinking noise, by the way. So we're just going to keep this quite simple. This doesn't have to be a big fancy thingy area because it's really awkward. Bear with me. Smooth it out. There we go. So basically there'll be a gate here which will lead out further on and you won't be able to take it. Is that about it? That's about it. Cool. So we need a gate. Lovely stuff. We're just going to block off this. Just make it look facility-y. You know what I mean? Everyone knows what I mean. Everyone knows what facility EE means. It's science. Science can't be ignored. Try as we might. Like, we don't need to build this whole thing. It doesn't need to look... I'm just going to shove a bunch of buildings in there, basically. Doesn't really matter beyond that, because you're never going to go in there anyway. And there's concrete along here as well. Blessed concrete fence. Blessed concrete fence. And a little bit down here. I never really have a plan for this. I kind of just start sticking things down and hoping for the best. And eventually it works out, you know. But it might end up looking a little bit finangly in the meantime. Another official term that you're learning so much today. You know, I'm sure your vocabularies are just expanding greatly. Right, so the hope is you're never really going to see in here. You are going to be able to see, however, through that gap in the fence, in the gate, I should say. So we need to just cover up with a little bit of. Actually, we need to do this anyway because I'm going to need to put a path all the way over here as well. Sad. But let's work on this little thing first of all. So we want that to come out. We're going to do our usual thing. The problem I always have with this is, because I've already kind of set up this idea, right, that you follow the fire, as all good pyromaniacs should, and you follow the little sign, and that leads you to the exit, right? So it's kind of hard, because I kind of want to trick the player a little bit. You know, we did something like this earlier, where you thought there was one path, and actually it led you into the backstage area instead. I kind of want players to go the wrong way initially, before coming back. Well, I mean, I suppose this time they're not going to because we're going to have to block up this gate anyway, so I suppose it's fine. Right, then. We need some decos. Actually, tell you what we need to do. We need to put path bloody everywhere, so kind of getting used to this. Be back in a minute. You know, that only takes about a minute, if that. I just think it might be the most boring minutes of your life, so I can't subject you to it, you know? Even if I do my hand movements, it just isn't enough. It's not enough! Right, anyways, so you're going to walk through, and how do I suggest that you should go left? You know what, right, we're going to break our rule a little bit. I think this is the right way to do it. So we're going to basically put all the things that would usually suggest you meant to go this way on this left-hand side, right? No, left. So usually the fire, for example, would sit over here on the left. And I'm going to trust that my players, the world, is intelligent enough to figure this out. It's not very complicated. We can do it, world. I believe in us. So the helipad, you know, the helipad sign's there, and the flames are there. Everything that's told you up till now, this is the right way to go. And then bam, you can no longer go that way. You turn around, oh, there's another gate there. Maybe we go that way. I think people will be able to figure that out. I think we can trust that people can figure that out. You know, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and you know, it's this kind of game where I see all that, but particular where you just have to use your brain every now and again and figure things out, and nothing's explained, and it's all elusive, and it's very much part of the enjoyment. And this is very much not in that vein, but it will inspire. We also need a crane, obviously. Imagine not having a crane. Couldn't be me. Could never be me. Okay, so that, I mean, that's clearly blocked. You clearly can't go that way, you numpties. I'm even going to block on the other side just in case you decide to look through the gap. And you're like, oh, well, maybe, but no. No. Right. Okay, I think what we do, we put the raptors on the right-hand side, we put the food and water on the right-hand side, we block off the right-hand side almost entirely, except for one gap where the path is, and we hope that the raptors stay on the correct side. That's about all I've got right now. I think that'll be fine. Blessed be Kyodenic one more time, by the way. What's that look like? Yeah, see, that's perfect. It's a trail, but it's not crazy. What's that look like? It's a little bit smaller. Okay, we'll go for the big boy. So you're going to start off fairly wholesome. Walking through on your dirt path. Dirt through first. That bit even bigger. Yeah. What about with... No. No? Log-lined pass-through path. Do we want logs? How do we feel about logs? In general, how do we... Not even just for the game. How do we feel about logs in general? I'm very curious. Quite like logs. No, it's not. It's not right for the 5. I'm sorry, logs. Okay, so you can just go walk through. We're going to be a bit curvy. I'm just going to cover the side with forest. That's all it's going to be, really. And that's going to... Where are we? Right, so I want to go to the right, probably, just to make sure we're using the room. So that's where the thing's going to be. Viewing gallery, right here. Ah, God, I just keep seeing them in the background. We can use proper ones here because you're going to be able to see these from the other side. This is much, much larger than I anticipated. I'm going to bring this all down a little bit. Doesn't need to be this big. Got that covered in my purse and all that. Can I make those jokes? I don't know, but we just have. So let's just start this a little bit sooner. I'm not really making much of a difference compared to what I just did. But it's what it is. The problem with that is... No, we'll do the viewing gallery. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Leave it alone. Let me just cover this in forest first of all. That's the sound of forest, by the way, in case you're curious. It's really nice because it actually moves around the path naturally. I don't have to do anything, which is great. Not doing things is the best. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this will look fine. This is on hyperspeed. So the idea is that you can't see the viewing gallery yet. You think maybe it's just an off trail, maybe it's a way that people navigate around the park between exhibits or whatever, and you turn the corner, you walk forward, and then I think probably about here, you would have the viewing gallery. So quite far to the right. You need to build up a little bit of suspense, you know? I really like doing this. This is something I've never really been able to do in this game. And yet it's just so perfectly in line with the kind of thing I love to do, you know? Blessed Frontier with the newest update. Blessed Frontier, Blessed Kyodenic. It feels like, even if they're not, it feels like they've worked together to give me everything I ever wanted. It's very cool. Okay, I'm going to do a big chunky fence. Don't want to imply danger. And that's going to drop down into there. So the point is that you can't see the fence when you're walking through, right? It's only now that you see the fence and you realize, oh, exhibit, right? You're not meant to notice it originally. You get around this corner, you're like, wait a minute. Why are there viewing galleries here? Oh, I'm going to die. Okay, cool. Because you're a millennial and that's how you feel about it in general. Okay, right. So that's that left-hand side, and then let's get dirty again. Where's my path? There it is. I'm gonna keep following that through down to here. There's already a path, seemingly. And then we'll put the block in there, so that's going to be blocked off. And then we'll do a clearing here. Nice sandy clearing. Because I feel like that's kind of what the raptors are like in Jurassic Park. It's not necessarily sand. Definitely, it's sort of sandy. I would say it's sort of sandy. Put a little bit of dirt in there as well. Just kind of blend some textures together. And let's get off hyperspeed. Did not notice there's a gigantic hill either. So let's get rid of that. I never noticed there's a gigantic hill. I went to university briefly in Aberystwyth, which is in Wales. And the uni is literally, like, imagine a gigantic, hill. Imagine a hill. You're imagining a hill with me, right? This is Big Hill. That's what I'm going to call it. It's Big Hill. Here, at the halfway point, is where the freaking university is. So if you want to, I lived at the top of the hill in the student halls. So if I wanted to go home, up the hill. And if you want to go into town, as in the main town to, you know, go out or whatever, bottom of the hill. The uni could not have been in a worse place is what I'm trying to get at here. And of course, oh my god, this is humongous. It's so much bigger than I anticipated. Shut up. Boom. Okay, cool. Right, we'll just bring in the forest, it's fine. It's fine, everything's good. Everything's gravy. So that's gonna, I want you to get right close to that, you know. And then raptors, 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 run away, run away, run away. Where's this map go? Okay, we're actually quite close. We want to head north. I've lost the path. It's this. Oh no. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. Then you run into the forest, into the clearing, and to the outside of the habitat. Yeah? Yeah, cool beans. So not much in design work for this one, but it's gonna hopefully evoke some strong raptor-based feelings. Raptor-based feelings are the best. I just really want these trees to be blim-blamming everywhere. Because you should feel like you can be hunted. You know, you should feel like around every corner there's clever girls waiting for you. Which is the dream, if we're honest. Speaking of which, sort of, if you haven't already, check. It's okay. I was hoping it was going to do a lot better. It didn't do that well. But I did my Mods of the Week video a couple days ago. We looked at the Godzilla mod. If you didn't click on that because you weren't interested in Godzilla, totally understand. We'd already done a Godzilla mod, even though I think this one is, you know, worth looking at personally. But I like that you go up the hill as well. But I did a promo video. I did a sponsored thing for that video, and I was really proud of it. So, wait, how am I doing this? I'm gonna have to destroy a bit of path, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. No. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Yeah, I was really proud. I don't know. I didn't want to do a promo video and just like sort of phone it in. So I put a little bit of work in it, and I quite liked it. So, now I'd appreciate it if people went and gave it a look. Thanks. Don't make me sad. I'm already sad. Okay, so all I'm gonna do. Oh wait, can I put this over? Oh, I can. Okay, so what I can do is kind of put it like there. That's our invisible fence. Oh, it doesn't even kill the trees. That's amazing. It's so good. It's so good. I think we're going to just use the best raptors in the game. So, let's go do that. I may have mod installed for these as well. I will get rid of it. I think I've got the... I just need to start clearing my mods out. 2001A. 2001B. I think I've got the feathered mod installed. I can't remember who made it, but I think that's probably what I've got going at the moment. Now I think we're going to do it Jurassic Park 3 style. So, loads of males. Is that male or female? Oh, I actually don't know. I think A is male. Guess we'll find out. Pew! Sorry. Right. So I want to kind of plop, 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 plop. Okay, and we also want to blip over. Nope, you're a lagoon. That is the next great modding task, really. Let us place lagoon animals anywhere. Just break everything a little bit more. I need some fire. So this still has to, again, got like a theme going on. This has to resemble the exit. And this, I mean, this really is meant to be the exit, right? This is meant to feel like, you know, your savior. Some water in here. Again, they don't eat or drink, so I'm not convinced this is going to do anything, but that's fine. Might even have some goats running around. Put the carnivore feeder. Yeah, they are feathered. Whoopsie daisy. I will fix that. I swear this used to work. I'm not crazy. I mean, I like the feathered mod. I don't use it for the playthrough, but I do think it's actually pretty cool. It's really well done. But, you know, I want my classic Jurassic Park free. What I'll do is I'll stop the video, I'll uninstall the mod, and then we'll finish off at the end. But it's a fantastic mod. Definitely go check it out. I think it was I think it was in the Godzilla video, or the one before it. Not the last Godzilla video, the first Godzilla video. The fact there's multiple Godzilla videos is probably a bad sign, really. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I mean, there's not too much to do here, really. We can dot some rocks around and stuff like that, but it's meant to feel like you're, you know, running through this open habitat, you know, like you're running through their place. Just the hope is that they stay away from down here, essentially. This is not for you, raptors. Well, I don't know what else I would do. How would I change this up anymore? I quite like the idea. I think it's fine. I don't know what else to do with it. I think it's okay. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's kind of like with the last thing, wherein it wasn't necessarily the most busy or full habitat. This area here, and then obviously I've gone back since and kind of done a lot of detail work and kind of brought it to life a little bit more. Because I'm immensely talented like that. I like the idea that you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere in that one. Maybe I could throw in some... I don't know what I would. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below if you have any suggestions. You know, how would we change up? How would we emphasize the danger of this situation? How do we emphasize the feeling of being lost or, you know, being hunted or whatever? You know, if you've got any ideas like that, feel free to let me know. I'm going to hop out now. I'm going to reinstall my raptors, get that fixed, and then we'll come back and we'll do a walkthrough and see how it plays out, basically. Right, here we go. Shout out to Viral Cyclops. I hate that E on your name, it drives me mental. Who has a file on the Nexus, which is just all the dinosaur oval files, basically. So you can just easily swap them in and out without having to re-download the whole game or swap in everything else, basically. It's something you could easily back up yourself, but it's quite handy to have like a publicly accessible one like that. That's what we've done. We have our lovely JP3 raptors with quills and red eyes, which is important because if we nip it back over here, she's on her way. It's exciting times. She has yellow eyes, hooray! To tell the story of the JP3 Velociraptors, in the last game, the female Velociraptor, although her eyes they're fixed. Yeah, I mean, she's beautiful. Look at her. Oh, what a stunner. In the last game, she had red eyes, like the JP3 male for some reason. And then coming to this game, same situation, except she had quills for some reason. So both raptors had quills and she still had red eyes. And then they removed the quills from the female, but they also removed the quills from the male at the same time. And then finally, they fixed that. And then they fixed the eyes. It's been a journey. Let me grab a screenshot because she's looking especially beautiful. It is crazy that the two best raptor designs in the entire series came from the same film. I think I prefer both to the Tiger Raptor. It's close, but I think I do. I've had a bit of an idea. Before we do our walkthrough. Tell you what, we'll start the walkthrough because it's going to take bloody ages anyway. We need to start... Tell you what, we can start back here actually, see what this feels like. Had a bit of an idea for the next habitat. So far we've always had this situation wherein you're kind of like surprised or like the route is blocked or something like that and you have to head into this direction. You never know what to expect and there's always a surprise, you're going to die kind of vibe, right? That's been the general idea. What I would like to do is to kind of set up the danger beforehand and yet you have to go in anyway. There's no other choice. And what I was thinking is, before we head into the hybrids and to the big stuff and maybe the monorail, and then my finale with the jumping over and all that kind of jazz. We also need a Spinosaurus and T-Rex at some point. T-Rex in the finale, but don't know about Spinosaurus yet. I really wish this one were all floating, but the leaks looks pretty great, I've got to say. Shout out to Galmotsu, or Galmotsu, it's one of the two, whichever you would prefer. Yeah, it looks really good. Why is there a flame here? I don't know. I love how that looks as well. That looks really good as well. All the buildings, all the smoke, all the crackling. Remember, we're going to see this at night time as well, primarily, so it's going to be cool. Sorry. So what I want to do, the only modded dinosaur I actually want to use in this playthrough, as far as I know, is the Troodon, because I want the Troodon with the glowing eyes from Jurassic Park the game, of course, because that's proper horror stuff, and that's how it was used in Jurassic Park the game. And I can't remember who made it, probably Sweetener, off the top of my head, or Sweetener did the original one at least. But there's definitely a mod out there that gives you a glowing eye Troodon, you know, like from the game. It's actually glow-in-the-dark material, like on, say, the Parasol Office, etc. Although this was before the Parasol Office came out, and I think the glowing material is actually from a street light, if I remember correctly. Anyways. Oh no, we have to go this way. So what I like the idea of, though, you go into the next section and maybe you feel safe again, and you're viewing the Troodons, and you're... Sorry, I keep... Stop it. You're viewing the Troodons, and, you know, that it's nighttime, it's the forest, and you just see the glowing eyes, and it's terrifying. And you're, like, observing them for a while and seeing them eat and hunt and all this kind of jazz, and you're like, okay, well, that's something to avoid. And then you have to head inside the exhibit, because the other route is, of course, blocked, because they all bloody are. We might block it off another way, because I've done it the same way every time. We could do a trench, do like a pit. Say that's part of the fracturing from the earthquake or something like that. This will look a lot better at night time. But it's cool. Dum dum dum. Why is there a viewing gallery here? Which side of the fence am I on? Oh no. Sorry. But yeah, I really like the idea of watching the Troodons, seeing them. Maybe you can, you know, even hop in a viewing gallery yourself and observe them. And then you realise you have to go through that exhibit. You have to face them, you know. I think it's a cool idea. I think I'm a genius. So that's what we'll do next video, I think. But again, I'm still open to suggestions for basically everything else. Bum bum bum. Wait, where's the fence? There it is. The next step, really, I mean, this will be better at night. I'm just trying to show the vibe. It's raptors. That's the only part. I would have liked to have the raptors not show up until post paddock, but I think that's okay. As long as they're appearing, you know, they very much are. And you're running, 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 and you're running. You're like, hurry up, please, and you get through, and we'll do like a little safer area. It could even be part of the park. We've been in backstage areas for a really long time now. So I think we can build this area like it's part of the park. Viewing galleries, shops, kind of build up that feeling of safety, and then we tear it away, basically. I like that. I think that's a good idea. We're going to do that next video. So that means we can do this as part of the park again, and that means that's a really good way to lead into the monorail as well. That would make more sense, and then the monorail will take you back over here, and we can build up in that kind of section. I really like this build. I'm really enjoying this. It's crazy. Enjoying yourself in this day and age. Pish posh. Right, that is it from me then. Let's go hang out with the raptors for a second. You're on the wrong side of the fence. Okay, does any of you want to hang out in an area I can work with? There we go. Yeah, absolutely. That's my favourite raptor in the entire series. I think it always will be. It's just so good. It's colourful, yet terrifying. It's got a little bit of feathering going on. It never needed the full accurate feathering to be a beautiful design. I think that's what people miss a lot about this feather debate for Jurassic Park. It's come up so much recently because of Prehistoric Planet, and then people are kind of raging against Pyroraptor, and then people are overcompensating for that by saying, well, you asked for feathers for years and you got them and now you're still complaining. Yeah, because that's stupid logic. It doesn't make any sense. Imagine if someone kept punching you for years, right? And you kept saying, stop punching me, and they finally stopped punching you. So they start kicking you instead. That's the equivalent. No, it's not. It's not quite that bad. They punch you really hard. They stop punching you. They just punch you less hard. Just because something's an improvement doesn't mean you have to accept it willingly with no criticism whatsoever. Also does mean, however, you have to appreciate where improvement has been shown and acknowledge that and appreciate that. And I'm very appreciative of the feathers in Jurassic World Dominion. I'm very excited about the Pyroraptor. Very excited to see it in Jurassic World Evolution 2, which I find is where I lean on most of this discourse for Jurassic World Dominion. I mean, I'm definitely going to go see the film. I'll see it day one. I'm quite excited about it, in a way. But I'm much more excited about how it's going to integrate with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Like, on a fairly metric, big scale. You know, that's definitely the more exciting aspect for me, personally. Anywho, yeah, so some interesting ideas. So we'll build like a little shoppy area. We'll view the Troodons. You have to go that way. somehow... I'd like it to stop being blocks of crates, right? I've done that quite a few times. It'd be nice to mix that up somehow. Not sure how, other than a chasm. Any ideas for that as well, let me know. How would we stop someone going the safe way and force them through a Troodon enclosure? I don't know. Something weird is flashing on my screen. Anyways, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers. Much love. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave me a like down below, all that kind of jazz. Bye-bye.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.